I'm the referee today. I deal with penalty enforcement. If it's obvious, I'm just going to tell you.
Hello and welcome to Hillside Gardens, where another UWE Bullets home game, where the UWE Bullets are taking on the Durham Saints in this National Premier League game. I'm Chris Green and I'm joined by my co-host Craig McLeod. Craig, how you doing, buddy?
All the better to see you, Chris. It's been a while since we've got to do this, but it's a lovely day for it. We've got Durham Saints making the long journey down to face UWE after they had a fantastic game against Nottingham last week. Today should be another banger.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't think anyone else apart from Durham felt like they were going to win that game last week, but Durham pulling it out of the bag, and well deserved as well. I managed to catch most of that game. They definitely played a strong performance on the day. It's great to be back, as you say. It feels like it's been an absolute minute since I've been here. Obviously, this is my first game this season, but happy to be back, buzzing to get going, ready to see what these guys can do in this game today at Hillside Gardens.
Yeah, and as we get ready for the kickoff, we can take a look forward to what's to come for these teams. Obviously, as we get closer and closer to the end of the season, we'll be looking at the playoffs. Both teams now looking to gain home field advantage through the playoffs due to their records, so a lot riding on today's game. Yeah,
as it's changed with the National Premier League this year, you only got to make top 2 to get home field position. The quarterfinals are no longer a thing, so it is just the top 4 teams will advance into the playoffs. So everything to play for here for both of these teams. Durham right in the mix. UWE obviously with that one loss so far this season to Nottingham, the very first game of the season, but they will play them again in 3 weeks' time.
Yeah, I think that's a game everybody on this team has had circled in their calendar for a while, but they can't look too far ahead. They got 2 games before that, including this game here, which is about to get underway with Durham kicking to UWE.
A little squib kick there. And that is number 19 on the return, Justin O'Neill-Riley. Gaining small ground, but UWE going to have great field position to start with, right around midfield.
Yeah, starting at the 50-yard line, bit of a short kick, giving UWE the short field. We'll see what they're able to do. The offense for UWE firing on all cylinders last week, and I'm sure they'll be looking to continue that today.
Yeah, and starting quarterback Donovan Isom is back under centre, as you can see there, number 18, back from being away last week, but he's ready to get this offense going.
Yeah, absolutely. As we see the first snap, is going to be a keeper for Donovan. He's making his way to the outside and making good yardage. I believe that'll be enough for a first down, and good way to make a stamp on his return to this team.
Yeah, good read option play there. Just looked at the backside end. He can either give this or take it, and the defensive lineman, as you can see, 55 there, definitely keyed in on the running back, and it opened the lane for Donovan to be able to get that first down there for UWE.
Yeah, and the good thing with having an option play to start is now that defensive end has to keep an eye out for that, and that can open up some lanes for this very explosive UWE run game.
Donovan back to pass. This time it's out to Jax Crawford, number 7, who makes the grab and is pushed out of bounds by the Durham Saints 25.
Yeah, good gain there, just short of the first down. Really nice touch there from Donovan. It's quite a difficult thrown to the outside of the numbers. Jax just keeping his eye on the ball. Good concentration there, and good job keeping his feet in bounds.
Yeah, just a little bobble, but safe enough. Managed to get it. It's going to be second and short here. I wouldn't be surprised if you see a shot to the end zone here with second and short looming.
Yeah, another shotgun snap here for UWE. Jax Crawford in motion. And the QB keeper again. Donovan diving back down the middle, making his way to the end zone. That's a big man with the ball.
Oh, it's a fumble! It's a fumble! It is down there as a dog pile. I think the referee has marked UWE short, just at the 1 yard line or the half yard line there. They're very lucky to get away with that one.
Yeah, that could have fumbled out the back of the end zone there very easily. As we see this play again. Good job on the keeper, great fake all round. And Donovan cutting it back up inside, just staying on his feet. That's a big man to try and take down, and just loses the ball, but manages to jump back on top of it. Good awareness and to recognize where it's at, and UWE will have the ball from the half-yard line.
Yeah, first and goal here from UWE. Probably going to see a run up the middle here.
You'd imagine so with this offensive line and this running game of UWE's. As we see a little quick pitch.
Yeah, just a shovel pass there from Donovan to Jax Crawford, and we have opened the score. Jax Crawford, number 7, on the little quick pitch and catch for a half-a-yard touchdown.
Yeah, that is a name we have said a lot over the last few years, Jax Crawford, and putting his mark on this game early, and that will go down as a passing touchdown for Donovan.
It will do, yeah, as cheeky as it is, but it is a passing touchdown.
We like to see it. Look at that, good work. And that, you know, you see 65 coming off the edge. A lot of what that play was a result of was the options from earlier on in the drive.
Yeah, and here we go, big heavy package in. First time this has been used in a game this year, I think. And Josh Petrie, yeah, just looking for a referee signal. He is in for the 2 points. So that is going to be UWE Bullets 8, Durham Saints 0, with less than 2 minutes gone off the clock.
Yeah, that was a really nice drive for this UWE offense. Obviously starting at the halfway line is obviously given. Listen, this is an explosive UWE offense, and you don't want to give them an inch, but unfortunately you gave them 50 yards with that opening
little bit
kickoff.
more than an inch there,
just
50
a little
yards,
bit.
just a little bit.
But no, fantastic drive for this UWE offense. And I'm sure that's a tone they'll want to be keeping for the rest of this game.
Yeah, I think so. And the UWE kickoff unit out here, Joshua Gill, number 49, just about ready to kick this one away. Trying to get some good field position defensively for the Bullets, trying to pin them deep.
Yeah, and with Joshua kicking, this has been a change to this UWE special teams. He is a specialized kicker for this team. And you were able to see it in their last game against Leeds, kicking the ball deep, getting good rotation on the ball, making it difficult for those Leeds returners, and I'm sure he'll be hoping to do the same today.
He's just about ready to kick this away, and it is quite a short kick. I don't think he got all of it. This is going to be returned by number 18 from Durham, straight up the middle, and he's got a little seam. He's going up the right-hand sideline, and a nice attempt at a strip there from Tyrell Anthony, but gets down to around about the 35, 36 yard line there. So again, not a bad return for Durham.
No, good return and good awareness from number 18 to see that hand was coming in. You'll see it here at the end. He tucks that ball as he looks and sees red. Great uniform matchup between Durham and UWE today, and it makes it very easy to see when a boy in red is going to be coming through for that ball. Yeah,
I'm loving this new red jersey and pants combination this year. It just looks clean. I like it with all the black as well. Like it goes so hard.
Yeah, nice color rush, stands out a lot. And we get ready for first down for Durham, their first offensive play of the day.
We got trips right. It is a pass over to the left-hand side, but just a bit too high for his receiver, number 18, the intended receiver. Apologies for no names for Durham, but we have not got a roster for them. But a little bit high on the pass there.
Yeah, and it was a very quick release, getting the ball out quickly. We saw this last week from the Leeds offense against this UWE defense, and I think it's a purposeful game plan. You're facing an aggressive defense coached by Coach T, and you know you're not going to have much time to get that ball out. So quick passes all round, I believe, for this Durham offense today.
Yeah, Durham in the spread now. And quarterback drops back to pass. It's play action. A little bit of pressure, but he dumps it off to his running back, number 1. And he is met by a couple of UWE defenders. That's Robbie Kendall, number 0, and Michael Abera, number 6, there to meet him. But a nice little gain on second down. It is still going to be third and about 8 or 9. So work to do for the Durham Saints offense.
Yeah, good work here from the Durham QB to recognize that he had to go to his outlet there with the little dump off to the running back, but that will, as you say, leave 3rd and 9 for this Durham offense.
Yeah, Durham going trips to the top of your screen here on the left-hand side, looking like a passing down. UWE just rolling their coverage there during the cadence. And it is a run to number 1, but he is going to be absolutely stonewalled. That's big number 91 there. That is Daniel. I'm not going to try and pronounce that surname. I'm going to say OT.
Yeah, we saw a lot from Daniel last week as well. Look at this penetration, just coming off the side, just pushes his player back and just makes his way into the end zone. The running back didn't have much chance there.
So it looks like Durham making some subs here. Probably going to see a punt Darius St. Robinson, number 4, back there to return. ELF corner, who is electric in the return game.
Yeah, once the ball gets in this kid's hands, it's amazing. The ball's on the floor on the punt. But good job getting it away from the kicker. It is bouncing back.
And that's a good pursuit and a good tackle from number 20 there. Darius Robinson was looking a little bit shaky, wasn't sure where to take that, but I mean it was a bit of a dodgy bounce for him. He did well to hold on to that ball.
Yeah, the punt itself, although the snap was a bit low, once this ball hit the air, you'll see here it kind of just bounces down the sideline. It doesn't go out, it just keeps going back into UWE territory. He had to make the decision to grab this and just keep the ball secure. Does a good job to not lose the ball on that great pursuit from...
Yeah, number 20 for Durham. He slipped over but still managed to make the tackle, so great job by him there. And UWE have gone into fullback in the backfield, and it is Josh Brees on the carry. Minimal gain of about 2 or 3 yards.
Yeah, Josh Brees is a very exciting running back. Does a really good job behind this really strong UWE front 5, and tries to make something happen there. Unable to, but does get himself 2 to 3 yards on the run.
And he's wearing number 5. Come at me, number 5.
I thought I'd let you take that one.
Again, is a handoff to Josh Brees. This time met in the backfield, but he does well to get out of the tackle. He's coming down the Durham sideline. And he's going down the Durham sideline, and I don't know if he's going to be touched. And it's a touchdown. UWE Bullets, Josh Brees on the big touchdown run. That was about 72 yards or so. Great run from Josh Brees and great speed in the open field there coming up the Durham sideline.
Yeah, and as we see this play again, look, there's Durham players in the backfield immediately, causing him to have to sidestep before 3 yards in the backfield, still moving to the side, just no space in front of him. Sneaks out the outside and just uses that pace to get down the sideline. 25, unable to get low enough to make the tackle there, all the way to the end zone. Fantastic play from Josh Brees for the 6.
Yeah, and UWE obviously lining up to go for 2 in this heavy set again. Joshua Petrie is back as the quarterback here. Takes the snap, he's going to the left-hand side. And is he going to get in? Very close, yep, the referee signals. He is in for the 2 points. So that is going to take us UWE Bullets 16, Durham St 0, and not even halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah, and that's to be expected from this UWE offense. Very explosive, big plays, lots of athletes across the board, from the offensive line to the quarterbacks to the skill positions.
Here we go, just another look at this run. I mean, it's a thing of beauty here, like you say, the footwork in the backfield, be able to get out there, going from 0 to 60 in not a lot of seconds, and just up that Durham sideline, pacing it out, and nobody is going to catch him.
Yeah, no, when I show up to these game days, Josh Brees is always out on the field pretty much before anybody else, working on his footwork, working on stability and things like that, and that extra effort pays off when it comes to these runs and during the game.
Yeah, he was out here again today with his resistance bands, doing all his warm-up with his feet. He was out here with Josh Petrie as well. A couple of them were there warming up nice and early, so yeah, as you say, it pays off. Josh Gill ready to kick this one away again for the UWE Bullets. A better kick this time, deeper. It is returnable. Number 18 for the Durham Saints catches it. He's going to go up the middle again, but he is met by Josh Petrie and big Micah Berra there for a gain, and they're going to get the field position right around about the 29-yard line.
Yeah, and Josh Petrie all over the field today, making things happen on special teams. I'm sure he's loving that he made that tackle, putting the shoulder in.
Yeah, I think Coach Frankie Pankhurst calls him his Taysom Hill. He's a real gadgety player. He can play quarterback, he can play running back, he can play fullback, he can play receiver, he can make tackles on kickoffs. I mean, he's just a great athlete. Yeah,
like I said, a lot of great athletes on this team, and to just making plays where they can. They understand that every phase of this game is important, and a big play there will help this UWE defense out.
Yeah, Durham back in the spread here. Quarterback in the shotgun. And it is a handoff to number 1, the running back. He gets outside. He's going to get maybe about 2 yards there on the carry. Micah Berra there on the tackle, amongst others.
Yeah, good patient running there from number 1 for Durham. just kind of waiting for the space to open up. It unfortunately didn't, but you see this vision that he's got. Needs to bounce to the outside, does. Maybe some holding on the play, but not seen. But good tackling there from UWE, and that'll be 2nd and I believe 7, looking at the down markers.
Yeah, I've seen those sometimes be called for a hold because it is right at the point of attack. He did kind of get his arm around the player, but no flag from the referee. I think, you know, fair game. They're going to let the boys play. And referee telling, I think Darius St. Robinson's got no mouth guard in, so he's sending him off the pitch. I think the Durham sideline that dobbed him in there. So he's going to come out for a play.
Yeah, he was smiling, looking over at the Durham sideline like, come on, but hey, safety first.
Yeah, he's going to be replaced by Mo Fletcher. This might be an opportunity maybe to go after the replacement defensive back on this side. You know, often you see that when a corner gets subbed out, the quarterback goes in that direction.
Yeah, recognizing that they might not have prepared for this. So let's see if we'll see a pass down this side. Because it is going to be a pass. He is looking this way. Overthrows his target, but what you said came to fruition.
Yeah, I thought so, but you know, the defender Mo Fletcher was there in a good position to either break that up if it was more of an accurate pass, or be there for ready for the tackle if he did catch that ball.
Yeah, you could see him bearing down on it. He gave the receiver a good amount of space, and yeah, was ready to attack at any point. And that's the thing, if you're not starting, you're looking for an opportunity. So hey, attack the replacement all you want. They're here to make a play just as much as you are.
Absolutely, and he's staying on the field right now. Obviously, Darius looking for a mouthpiece over there. But Durham, they've got 3rd and about 7 in the shotgun. Spread formation is a motion by number 6 to this side. It's a play action, and the quarterback's going to keep this and loses about a yard there, so it's going to bring up 4th down, and probably the punt team are going to come on for Durham.
Yeah, one thing I noticed with this, the punter for Durham is also their quarterback, so it leaves them open for the option of trick plays down the line. Worth keeping that in mind. As we see 69 breaking away from that and giving a little bit extra to number 9 of UWE.
Yep, Durham in punt formation, ready to kick this away in that shield punt style.
Yeah, hoping for a better snap this time.
A little bit high, but managed to get away. It's a little bit of a shank. It's come off the side of his foot. It's going to go out of bounds, right around midfield.
Yeah, there was good pressure there from the UWE front, getting through, getting the hands nice and high, making it as difficult as they could for that, for the punter, and it showed with not much distance on that one at all.
No, probably only about 20-25 yards of net there for the punter. And UWE straight back out. They're going to be in a full-back in the backfield, 2 backs in the backfield, twins to the right, 1 receiver to the left.
You'll see Durham showing a blitz.
And it's play action. Isom's got the ball in the pocket. He steps up. He's got a man. He's got Jax Crawford. And I think the incomplete pass just got away from him there. Good effort from Jax.
Yeah, and what a throw there as well from Isom. Just effortlessly launches this downfield. Did have his man just out of reach.
Yeah, I think Jax will want that one back. Definitely a catchable ball, difficult catch,
sure.
but you expect a guy like Jax Crawford to be able to catch that. So UWE going with trips to the right this time, to the top of your screen. Isom in the quarterback. It is a swing pass out to Josh Brees, the running back, number 5.
Oh my God, that is a man who loves space.
He was running real hard out there. Ran real hard when he caught that ball, and gets a 1st down for the UWE offense.
Yeah, this is a really good job. Look at them just bring everybody out. All that space. 55 looking for the hole. Don't know if there was enough there.
I think that was Lawrence Cornwall Baptiste there on the big block. He's a big man to get through. UWE with trips to the left this time. Donovan's got a backside. He's got Tim Lucas in the end zone.
Just short of the end zone, I believe, but that is a fantastic throw.
Yeah, just short there, but what a ball to Tim Lucas down that right-hand side. Tim Lucas, previously been in the CFL. Great tight end receiver type, but great grab there, just sliding forward, just a little bit short of the pass. Donovan puts a little bit more on that. I feel like he's going to walk in for 6.
Yeah, and it could be quite hard when you know you've got an absolute cannon for an arm to know how much you need to put on these deep throws for these receivers. But great job getting behind the defense there, and yeah, Lucas with a great grab.
Yeah, Donovan again back to pass, and it's just a little dump off to Josh Brees, and in for 6 points. UWE again, 3 scores now, still about just under 4 minutes left in the game.
Yeah, they don't come much easier than this. Like, he just feeds his way out of the backfield, nobody around. This Durham front being a bit aggressive, trying to get to the quarterback, understandably so, but just allows Josh Brees to sneak out of the back and put another 6 on the board.
Yeah, UWE lining up in this heavy set again, looking to go for 2. Josh Petrie. There, he's going to run it straight up the middle this time, and he gets the seam up the left-hand side, and he's in for 2. That is going to be UWE Bullets. He's going to the car park. That's going to be UWE Bullets 24, Durham Saints 0. And as I said, almost just under 4 minutes left to go in this first quarter.
Yeah, good work here from this UWE heavy front, as you say. Look at them just driving everybody back, creating the seam, and just, yeah, he's able to sneak out. They close that down immediately.
Yeah, you may have seen a few defensive players in that formation as well. You see Micah Barra there, number 6, leading the way. It is one of those heavy sets where you just get almost all of your biggest guys on the field and just push the pile.
Yeah, you weigh everybody and go, you guys are involved.
So Josh Gill back on the field, ready to kick this one off. He'll be hoping for the same result as last time. Nice deep kick. And UWE will look to get down to restrict the field position of Durham. And the kick is away. Nice kick deep down that left-hand side for Durham. Number 18 again on the return, but a big hit there.
Yeah, that was a great job. Great job on the hit. Great job on the pursuit. The good thing with these kicks is they are returnable for Durham, but number 18 is on the back foot, catching them without his eyes downfield and trying to make a play from there. It really puts this UWE pursuit team in a good position to make a good tackle like they did there.
Yeah, number 2, Tyrell Anthony laying the boom there. Good form tackle. And it looks like D-Rob is chatting to this sideline here, having a good laugh with the head coach.
And he's like, I'm sorted now. You happy with this? Is this good enough for you?
So Durham back out in the spread, and a motion from number 6 is a fake and a give to the running back up the middle, but that is going nowhere. Bradley Johnson there on the tackle. A little bit of handbags after the play, but
yeah, temper's flaring a little bit. Always going to happen with these big bodies. Like, every play is 100%. And yeah, obviously happening with a bit of all those bodies rolling around.
Yeah, Jameer Stanley there, just a little bit of afters, but nothing too serious. It is going to be 2nd and long, so a loss of a couple of yards there for Durham. And they're coming back out in that spread formation.
Yeah, and they're using a lot of motion, trying to confuse this UWE defense, but it's just not working. A lot of discipline from this UWE defense, and yeah, making some good tackles.
Yeah, quarterback back to pass in the pocket. He's under a lot of pressure, but that's going to be picked off. And he's going to make a man miss.
He's making another man miss.
And Tyrell Anthony
still on his feet.
Still on his feet, and he is in for the pick 6. Number 2, Tyrell Anthony
with the moves. That is fantastic running after the pick.
Yeah, and this pick happens. It starts up front. The pressure from the defensive line, getting the quarterback to throw off his back foot, and Tyrell Anthony there taking his just rewards.
Yeah, you'll see that happen here, pushing him back. You see him angling backwards, just unable to get under that ball. Great positioning from Anthony, getting under that ball and just that footwork, getting away. This one, oh, how he slipped that one. Absolute athlete.
Yeah, great finish there. Not often the DBs have the ball in their hands for that long, so good ball security, able to finish it off for the 6 points. And again, in this heavy formation, looks like Josh is back to pass this time, and he finds Noah Clack in the end zone for the 2 points.
Yeah, UWE firing on all cylinders today. Special teams, defense, offense. These 2-point conversions can be very important to make. You know, we followed UWE for a long time, commentated on a lot of their games, and sometimes when they miss a few, it can come back to haunt them, but made every one so far today.
Yeah, it can. And you see, with the 2-point conversions, I mean, you only got to make 50% of them in a game to be still in the green, as you say.
Great block there from number 3.
Tyrell Anthony, I mean, this is just slipping out of all these tackles. How does he get out of that one there? And just pushes his way in and finds pay dirt.
Thing is, it's, speaking as someone that used to play on defense, I know if anybody gets a pick, I want them to score. I want us to be on the score sheet. You could see every single player there giving their all to help him get into the end zone.
So I think I make that 32-0 to UWE Bullets. I think it says 30 on our screen, but it is 32-0. There we go, we changed it in the van. Look at those efficient guys at CheersMate. And a return from number 4.
He's making some space.
Yeah, nice return. That's well set up there. And a good return. And Durham getting a little bit of success here on the kick returns when they get it to their playmakers' hands. And they're making something happen on special teams. So going to be right around about the 42, 43 yard line.
Yeah, you'll see some great blocks coming up here from this this Durham unit, and number 4 able to take advantage of that and weave his way to really good field position for this Durham offense.
And the kicker in there making the tackle, Josh Gill, number 49. Got to shout him out. Durham again looking to try and get something going on offense. And it's going to be spread formation again. 16 back in the gun. And it is a fake to number 1 and a QB keeper. And he is met by the trailing defensive lineman, Dior Ikbar, on the tackle there.
Yeah, Dior was a name we were saying a lot last week. He's definitely a force to be reckoned with. You see him go to the outside, forces that play inside really, and yeah, great pursuit on the quarterback.
But some good positive yards there for Durham, 3.5-ish yards there, bringing up second and about 7, second about 6.
Yeah, and they'll be hoping to play off the momentum of that. Sometimes all it takes is one good play to really set in motion what you're capable of.
Durham again back in spread formation. Quarterback in the gun. And he drops back to pass this time. Under pressure from Dior Akbar.
Oh,
but he gets out, yeah. Nice run from the quarterback. Gets out of trouble there. Ikbar applying the pressure, but quarterback does a great job to just slip him.
Yeah, he gives him the old shimmy shake. He makes another 4 yards. It's going to be third and about 2. Whoa, look at that. Good movement, good work. Getting away from both those UWE defenders there. Keeping his eyes downfield.
And it looks like we've met the end of the first quarter here. And it's going to be UWE Bullets 32, Durham Saints 0. Craig, what have you seen so far? What you like him?
I think what's nice from UWE is I haven't seen a single flag so far for any phase of for this team, which is always really nice to see a disciplined team playing good football. Obviously, the explosive plays have been really nice to see. Big, deep passes, just great play all round.
Yeah, I mean, they were quite disciplined last week. I think it's been a bit of a focus point this season from Coach Dan Mayer. You know, the penalties are costly in close games, so you need to just rub them out, make sure that, you know, you're playing penalty-free football, you're giving yourself maximum opportunity because you don't want to dig yourself in a hole. Too many penalties in close games can cost you in the end.
Absolutely, but we've seen it in the finals. We've seen it in the Nottingham game earlier in the year. You need to keep the game out of the referee's hands and just athlete versus athlete, coach versus coach, and we're seeing that today. Great plays on these touchdowns, on these 2 points, and once again, I'm sure the big guys up front will be happy that the change of ends happened while the ball's at the halfway line.
Yeah, I think they will be. Just efficiency from the UWE offense. I mean, couple of incompletions, but some great ball skills from the receivers. You know, Tim Lucas making that diving catch earlier as well.
Yeah, some real smart plays all round, just spreading this Durham defense out and taking advantage of it.
So Durham looking to convert this 3rd and 2 here. Try and get a first down. Quarterback adjusting the play, sees blitz coming. Couple of players who's just changing the play at line of scrimmage.
Yeah, see if the UWE change their defense. They don't, they're still bringing the pressure.
Oh, and he's going to be met in the backfield. Number 10, Bradley Johnson there getting the penetration.
Yeah, he was showing the blitz early and he came through, met the running back just as the handoff occurred, and that's what this defensive front needed.
Yeah, he just slips the right tackle there, just goes inside.
And it looks like the Durham are going to be going for it on this 4th down. They're at least running to the line quickly.
Yeah, maybe going to try and draw him offside. Timeout called by UWE. Not quite ready for it. I mean, it's a smart timeout there because it's right around midfield. If the defense make a stop here, it puts your offense in a great position.
1-1,
yeah, and
3-4.
the thing is, last thing
First
you
time
want
out,
there is to give a free
UWE.
play. You give the quarterback the opportunity to just launch it downfield or launch it to someone. He only has to make 8 yards, you know. But if he doesn't, gets the free 5 yards, all of a sudden 4th and 3, much easier conversion to go for. So smart timeout from UWE.
Yeah, absolutely agreed. Be interesting to see if Durham do keep their offense out here. It looks like they're staying on the field, so probably will still be going for it.
Yeah, I think at this point you've kind of got to. I know it's early, we're at the start of the 2nd quarter, but you've seen what this UWE offense is doing to you. You've got to try and stay out on the field as long as you can. You've got to make drives count. You've got to score.
Yeah, you've got to give your defense a rest as well. You've got to put together a decent drive, and you know they've got to give themselves as much opportunity as possible to try and put some sort of drive on the game and get some momentum going.
Yeah, and that's the thing. It's hard to gain momentum when you're 3 plays and on the bench. 3 plays and on the bench.
So it is going to be 4th down and about 7. The Saints are staying out on offense. Spread formation.
And it looks like UWE are bringing pressure again.
Yeah, and I don't blame
them. A lot
them.
of numbers looking down the middle there.
It's going to be a quick kick. There we go, a little pooch kick. And D-Hop has got the ball. It took a nice hop to D-Hop. And that's going to be a net of about 10 yards or so.
Yeah, he tried the little pooch, the little surprise punt there.
Here, you said about doing the fake for the pump formation, but it was the fake the other way around that time. A little pooch kick.
Yeah, I had the right idea, just not in the right order.
Yeah, so UWE still going to have pretty good field position right around the 45-yard line, their own 45-yard line. Again, trying to put a drive together.
Yeah,
get more points on the board. Change it quarterback. Ethan Gretzinger in there now, who you saw last week for the first time. Here's a little pop pass to Jax Crawford up that right-hand side. Some good blocking out front.
Nice little spin.
Still on his feet. And he gains about 6 or 7 yards, bringing up 2nd down.
Yeah, and obviously UWE in a very luxurious position to have a few quarterbacks very capable of playing the position. So just good to get that that camaraderie out there and just prepare for the worst, essentially.
Yeah, and there's a handoff to Josh Brees. He goes up the middle. He's going to be very close to a first down. I think he might be just short.
Yeah, we're looking about third and inches here, 3rd and 1.
Gretzinger there changing the play. He drops back to pass and the play action. He's going deep. He's going for it all. He's got O'Reilly. Oh, and he's got a touchdown. He's got Justin O'Neill-Riley. Is there a flag? There's an injured player down. Yeah, so Justin O'Neill-Riley there. Great ball from Gretzinger. Just up that right-hand side. The play action there, pulling the defense in. And a good route from the receiver.
Yeah, good route from the receiver. Got a little bit lucky on the defender falling over, but the pass on the money in the bread basket.
I mean, that's just a great ball, isn't it? Pinpoint. Yeah. I mean, it's great when when this is not the starting quarterback here.
Exactly.
Dropping dimes like that, you know. And Justin's just such a great route runner. At practice, I just see him running around like he's just so smooth, and he just looks like effortless when he runs and catches the ball. He's a talent, that's for sure.
It's always nice when you're well, it's nice for the offense when you've got receivers that are that tight on their route running. As a corner, a receiver that runs their routes that crisply can be an absolute nightmare, and you saw it there.
Oh, it's just so smooth, just the way he runs, like it's just effortless. Yeah, Durham player still down, hopefully nothing too serious. The coach is and the physio's out there having a look at him. I think it might be a lower leg injury, maybe an ankle.
Yeah, some grabbing at the ankle. Again, hopefully nothing too serious, and we're able to get on with this game.
Yeah, physio just doing his checks there just to make sure the player's okay. But yeah, obviously this game was postponed. It was meant to be before Christmas, but now obviously being played or rearranged.
Yeah, UWE were on they've got a string of games at the moment due to the postponements before Christmas.
Yeah, they do. So Loughborough next, and then the big one at Nottingham after that, and then it's straight into the playoffs. And like you said at the start of the top of the show, it's just now a case of who's going to be which seed.
Yeah, absolutely. And with Durham's win over Nottingham last week, kind of throws everything into a bit of disarray for the organisers, but it leaves everything open to who's going to be seed 1, who's going to be seed 2, and with how spread out the teams are this year, being the national prem, a home game is extremely vital.
Oh, it's massive. It's absolutely massive. I mean, the drive for Durham today was probably around about 4 hours, maybe even more than that. So it is difficult with this national prem, but it's definitely the way forward. I feel like it's only going to get better year on year when more teams are looking at scholar athletes, bringing them over, and it's just going to make everything stronger and much more competitive as the years go on. Number 53 being helped off. It does look like a left ankle, I think. A couple of players helping him off. So good to see him up and coming off the sideline.
Yeah, we wish him a speedy recovery and hope it's nothing too serious.
Yep, so after all that, UWE lined up, ready to go for this 2-point try. They're 100% on them today. I don't want to put the commentator's curse on it, but
but you have.
But I have. And Josh Petrie is driving his legs, and he is in for the 2-point score.
Oh, there you go. What you said from here had no impact on what happened
Absolutely
on the field.
No impact, no. So that's going to be UWE Bullets 40 and Durham Saints 0. Just inside the second quarter here at Hillside Gardens.
Yeah, and this UWE team, they have really turned a page from week 1. They have really been firing on all cylinders, and it has been a lot of fun to watch this team. Yeah,
I mean, there was a lot of things in that game. I mean, Nottingham, they did well to get the victory in the end, and they were the better team as the game went on. But you know, you look at UWE, you look at Donovan going out early. You know, there was a lot of question marks. So I cannot wait for the return leg, because I'm hoping it's going to be a real good game.
Yeah, it's definitely shaping up that way, and again, a lot will be riding on that game, I'm sure.
Well, I mean, it's looking likely that it's probably going to be the number 1 seed on the line regardless. So, I mean, UWE up 40-0 here. They've got to play Loughborough, who they beat quite convincingly previously. I mean, I don't want to look too far ahead already, but the likelihood is that UWE are going to win this game today and quite possibly beat Loughborough as well, which means that last game is going to be all for number 1 seed.
Yeah, and what's good about this team is you can see they're not looking ahead. They're playing the opponent in front of them as this kick goes nice and deep once again. That will be going in the end zone.
Yeah, great kick from Joshua Gill, finding the touchback for the first time today.
Yeah, that was a big old leg on the lad.
So we are already in running clock territory, but obviously that won't come into effect until the second half. That 35-point margin. Still just over 10 minutes to go in this first half. And the Durham offense just about ready to come out and try to get something going on offense. I mean, they had a little bit of a bright spark last drive, but just coming up short.
Yeah, they'll be looking to ride off of that a little bit and try and make something more happen this time. It's obviously very difficult to do against this very dominant UWE defense, but they've shown some sparks. Now time to turn some of those sparks into a flame.
Oh, I like that.
We're trying out here. We're trying out here, Greener.
Durham in the spread formation. Quarterback keeps the ball with a fake, and a great tackle there from behind.
Number 10, I believe.
Yeah, Bradley Johnson there on the tackle. Good strength from him, bringing him down from behind.
Yeah, and this is where we're seeing some, like a minor bit of success here from this Durham front, is those fake QB keepers. But that is a great tackle. If he doesn't make that tackle, that probably goes for at least a first down.
Yeah, at least a first down. Probably, maybe even 20 yards there, because he did have a lane. So, you know, they're just one tackle away. You make that guy miss, and suddenly you've got some positive gains that are much more substantial than a couple of yards. But again, Durham here in the shotgun, spread formation. And he's back to pass. He's got a man on the corner out, and he drops it in, but I think he's out of bounds. No, he's called him in. That was very close, but yeah, great ball in there, and good concentration by number 4. That was a great catch there. Tyrell Anthony was the man in coverage, but let's have a little look at the replay. I thought he was very close to the line there, but referee has got the best view, called him inbounds. And the replay camera just doesn't quite get the feet there. We'll go to the wide angle lens and see if he can get it on this one. Great ball though, look at that, dropping it in. Oh, I think his foot might have been on the chalk.
He definitely drops it as well.
But hey, the referee's called it a catch. It's a catch. We move.
It was definitely an out of bounds drop. But hey, listen. That was great work. And what I will say for the quarterback, did a lot of work with his eyes there. Looked to the check down, froze number 2 for UWE just for a split second, which opened up that corner route for him to throw deep. And that great pass for the first down.
It was a great ball, and he had someone right in his face as well. Again, pressure, Micah Berra there in the backfield, and he's got to throw it away just at the feet of number 1, just to not take the sack there. So smart play.
Yeah, he circles out of that. Good athleticism to avoid the immediate sack, and yeah, just does enough to not get called for intentional grounding.
And it's going to be second down and 10 here for the Durham Saints.
Yeah, and I think they might start looking to the air a bit more, not only just because of the score line here, but because of the success. They are finding some lanes. Obviously, it's very difficult when you're having to pass quickly, but
I mean, the big guys up front there are causing havoc for this run game. Throws it away. Throws it away again under a lot of pressure from the defensive line.
Yeah, and there's a very low snap there, and I think some of this pressure is affecting the center for Durham. Just unable to get some height on these snaps with these big men breathing down on him immediately.
Yeah, then they've subbed in their 2 interior defensive linemen again as well. I mean, when you've got 4 big interior linemen, having to be able to change them all the time is just, it's invaluable.
Oh, absolutely. You've got players giving 100% on these explosive plays, and to allow them to not get tired.
So 3rd and 10 for Durham. And he drops back to pass. It is a long ball on the right-hand side. He's got a man, number 6, and it's a great catch. Lovely ball again, getting UWE on these corner routes. That's 2 corner routes now.
Yeah, and that was a great pass between 2 UWE defenders there. Looked like one of them might have been able to make the play, but feeds it right in the middle there, drops it in the breadbasket. Good grab from number 6, good concentration on his way to the ground as well.
Nice play from Durham. This has turned into a good drive for them so far.
And this is what they needed, Chris. They needed something to build off of. Like we say, it's not easy to build momentum when you're only getting 3 plays at a go. And yeah, they're making the most of this drive and hopefully looking to put some points up before we get to halftime.
Durham again, yeah, I think going to the air is the way to go for them. It's where they've had their most success so far today.
Yeah, and we're seeing a lot of pressure. The quarterback having to try and get out there, and that will be a tackle for a loss or a sack, depending on the intention.
Yeah, I think he was a run. So yeah, Jameer Stanley there with the tackle, and that's one of those big interior defensive linemen that we've been talking about. And there he is. He just pushes his way through and just gets the quarterback from behind. A loss of about a yard there, so 2nd and 11 coming up.
Yeah, and we're seeing Durham go, we need to put our offense through this quarterback, not just in the pass game, but through the run game as well. And it has been where he's had its ups and downs, but you just feel he's close to breaking a big play on the ground at some point soon.
Yeah, I mean, he's just got to make one guy miss. It seems like he's one guy away, and he dropped back to pass. He's got a man, and that's number 18 for Durham. It's going to be a short gain of about 5-6 yards. It's going to bring up 3rd and manageable for Durham.
Yeah, and that was a great throw and grab. Again, a couple of UE defenders around that. They're doing a really good job of swarming over this field, but great ball placement on this pass. And a good job from number 18 here in the footsteps and being able to hold on to the ball.
Yeah, 2 UE defenders there on the tackle, so nice job, good ball. Just put it straight into the numbers, which is where you want it as a receiver when you're in traffic. And Durham look to try and convert this 3rd and about 7 here. Again, quite a few passes on this drive. I think they'll look to stick to go in the air. It's a motion out from number 6 and is offside. And it's unabated, so it is going to be blown dead there. So they get a free 5 yards. It's going to make it 3rd and about 2.
Offside, defense number 8, 5 yards, remains 3rd down.
And I think regardless, Durham are going to look at this as they've got 2 chances to make this 1st down. We've seen that motion a couple of times now, where number 6 goes in that kind of bubble motion. Looks like they might have a good amount of plays off of that.
So Durham have got a trip set to the boundary side of the field here. He's looking at the QB keeper up that left-hand side. It's pushed out of bounds, going to be very close to a 1st down. There's Robbie Kendall there shoving him out.
I think it's actually a loss, based off of where the referees are moving back with the down markers. I think it might be 4th and about 4 now.
Wow. Looked like he gained some yards there, but
no, yeah, just straight down the side.
More lateral than north-south. So it's going to be disappointing for the Saints here if they can't keep this drive going.
Great pursuit from that UE defense, though, to force that to go all the way to the outside. They didn't allow any lane for him to try and cut back up.
Oh, UE look like they've got 12 men on the field here. They call a timeout, I think.
Yeah, Durham had some motion in that play, which they probably could have done without to try and get a play off quicker.
Yeah, I think 55 did manage to run off the field. That was one of those big interior linemen.
2nd timeout.
Yeah, I think he
UWE.
just set a new record for his 40.
Number 10.
He did sprint hard to get off to that sideline. I think he might have been okay.
Yeah,
but
I think he would have been.
better safe than sorry,
exactly.
calling the timeout. I mean, it's the 1st half. You may as well use your timeouts, because sometimes you go to the half and you've not used any, so it's really only the 2nd half where the timeouts kind of matter.
Yeah, you obviously don't want to get in the habit of using them for things like that. You want to be able to use them when they matter in game time situations, but you know, that's a 1st down if they don't call a timeout. So
yeah, it's a free 5 yards for 12 men on the field, and you know, it's a shame that Durham had a motion in play, like you say, and they could have just snapped the ball and got the free 5.
And that's probably this drive, you know, the last 3 or 4 plays, probably the 1st time we've seen a little bit of a lack of focus from this UE team.
Yeah, a little bit, and I mean, the Durham have done well in the passing game here. They've completed a couple of corner routes. and they've looked pretty good on this drive through the air. So
yeah, you can understand the jump in. You want to get to the quarterback even quicker than you already are when he's making these big plays.
Referee's blowing the whistle.
24, 2-2-4, first timeout.
And now Durham have called a timeout. So UWE call a timeout, Durham call a timeout.
It's getting psychological out there, Chris. And as we have a timeout, just to give a shout out to today's referees. Referee Keith Wickham, umpire Kieran Smith, head linesman Krista Halvorsen, line judge Stuart Tabera, back judge Peter Parsons.
Yeah, that was difficult. I'm glad you read that out and I didn't read it out.
Yeah, I wish I didn't grab the sheet of paper. I wish I left it to you. I was going to just be more Scottish for it so people wouldn't understand me anyway.
So 4th down, we're finally going to get 4th down here. And Durham dropped back to pass. Nice job by the quarterback. He's under immense pressure. It's going to be picked off.
Oh, unlucky.
Yeah, Robbie Kendall there with the interception. Number 0, just lost his footing, didn't he? I think he probably could have got
close. He was able to gain another 5 or so yards after losing his footing, but yeah, he wanted more. You can tell the rest of the players wanted him to get a little bit more too, but great work all round. Good work there from, I believe that's Leon, number 42.
Yeah, Leon Kozovic, yeah.
Just forces that bad pass. Number 3 as well, forcing number 16 out of the pocket even more. And just like that, UWE ball.
Yeah, UWE, again, on about the 45-yard line, 40-yard line. They've been in this area for most of the game, getting their field position. It is going to be a screen to the receiver out there. Oh, it's a fumble. The ball is on the ground. I think that was Tim Lucas, and he manages to recover his own fumble there.
Yeah, it's Donovan back in at QB, and Lucas on the play there. Just well read, I think, from number 3 for Durham, and then the rest of that.
This is the 2-minute warning, 2 minutes.
You just might have just heard from Keith Wickham there, 2-minute warning left in this first half, but Tim Lucas does a good job to get back on his fumble.
Yeah, and that's twice now today. UWE players have been able to get back on their own fumbles.
Again, another thing that's costly in close games is ball security, so you want to tie that back. Donovan Ison back to pass. He's got a man. Oh! Just out of the reach.
Going back to Lucas.
Yeah, Tim Lucas, just a little bit too much. You said earlier about overthrowing your receivers because he does have a cannon, and just slightly just overthrowing him there.
You see Tim Lucas, he puts his fingers up. He knows that was close. This is a great throw. This is, you know, when they say this is a game of inches, it's all over the field, places like that, and like we saw earlier with Jack's unable to catch the ball, just these inches off.
UWE tripped to the bottom of the screen. Play action.
Great block there. Good run in. Good cut. And he's going. He's still going to keep going. Look at this man run. Oh, lucky.
Big man with football there. Donovan Ison with a great vision to be able to get upfield and make something happen on the scramble there.
Yeah, that was great work. Just sees that, you know, you'll see number 15 here get a great block on the outside first. Sees number 48 on the outside, decides to get downfield. Still has his eyes downfield, looking for the pass, but realizes, oh, that's such a great little cut. And then just keeps going.
He is a big man to get down, but UWE now back in the shotgun. Donovan Ison back to pass. He's got a man, he's got Noah Clack, and that is going to be a touchdown for UWE Bullets. Noah Clack. You'll see him on defense, you'll see him on offense. Number 8 there, making the play on the seam route. Straight down the middle of the field for 6 points.
Yeah, this pass does a great job of splitting down the middle. Hard to tell if that's a linebacker or Noah Clack, but Donovan takes advantage of that matchup. That little bit of separation you'll see Noah get immediately, and Donovan Ison notices it immediately, throws it downfield.
That's a dot. That's a much better weighted pass there. Right into the basket of the receiver. Able to finish off, and again UWE in this heavy set going for 2 points. Joshua Petrie and he just waltzes into the end zone. 2 more points to UWE Bullets. That's going to be 48-0 now, just shy of that 50 burger in the first half, and under a minute to go here at Hillside Gardens.
Yeah, and it's got to be very frustrating for this Durham defense on these 2 points, knowing that UWE are looking at just heavy mano-a-mano down the middle and just unable to stop it.
Yeah, they're definitely not letting their foot off the accelerator, that's for sure. Looking to put this game away in the first half.
Yeah, it's starting to get a bit cloudy overhead. They're probably thinking, let's try and get this game over with before it starts raining here.
Well, I don't know if it's forecast. I don't think it is, but it's definitely getting a lot chillier out here right now.
You've been in the UK long enough, Chris, to know that it doesn't matter what they say. It's like The Rock cutting a promo. It doesn't matter if we said it wasn't going to rain. It might decide to, because it's, like we say, wind trap here at Hillside Garden. It is known to get quite cold here. And yeah, definitely a drop in temperature as we see a rise in this UWE score.
Ooh.
Oh, we're on it today.
Joshua Gill ready to kick this one away. And it is a good boot again. And it's going to be another touchback. I'm guessing he's got the win from this end, because the ball just looks like it's sailing when he kicks it from this end. Yeah,
it's definitely flying back there. Number 18, like I said, he's probably in a position to make these difficult catches and try and make something happen, but it's just not worth the risk when you've got this UWE special teams just diving down the field.
Durham will look to come out and try and build on some of that success of that last drive that they had, albeit that it did end in a pick.
Yeah, just small mistakes here and there on that drive from both teams. You know, from UWE to allow such a long drive, and then the pick at the end was very much unfortunate. 4th down, so just trying to make a play happen. But yeah, not much time to put some points on the board before the half.
Yeah, quarterback for Durham, back to pass. He's scrambling to his right. He's got a bit of room to take off. He is going to take off. And he's gone low. And Robbie Kendall there with a good tackle going low on the quarterback. Keeps him in bounds, so that clock's going to roll.
Okay, you see the eyes downfield, nothing there. Pressure gets on him immediately. Still looking downfield and just going, you know what, let's go.
Oh, he does get hit out of bounds, so the clock will stop. Very close to the clock. It's hard to see the sideline from here, from our position. We are down on the field. We've got no elevation, so a little bit hard to see that sideline.
Yeah, obviously our CheersMate do a good job of guessing what the time is going to be. They don't have the refs clock on them, so it is a bit of an estimate, but we are getting closer and closer to the end of the half.
He's 2nd and short for Durham. Ready to snap this ball. And he's back to pass. He's got a man.
Outside.
Kind of like a wheel comeback route there, and he's made it miss. He's going.
He's got space. He's breaking another tackle.
He's still there. What a great play from Durham there. I love that route. It was kind of like a wheel route, and he changed it into a comeback. And nice play from Durham, getting down the field there. Good yards after the catch from number 6.
Yeah, really good play design here. He finds the space. It's a lovely little throw as well. Straight to his man, and just once this first tackle is missed, he just puts his foot in the ground and gains another 20-odd yards before finally getting to the ground. Another broken tackle.
That's not like Elijah Williams there missing a tackle. He doesn't miss many, so it's a great move from number 6 to be able to get out of that one.
Yeah, and just like that, Durham are within 30 yards of scoring here.
Yeah, I mean, this is the best opportunity they've had today, so they'll look to try and build on this right now. Try and find that end zone. A nice, finding a few kinks in this UWE defense here, Durham.
Yeah, they know what they're good at. They're going to it, and they're doing it again by going to the air. Number 16 just getting pressured. Good block there from number 1.
Yeah, great
going
job
back
on the
across the field. He's got a man down there. He does make the grab.
I think he's just short of the line, but that was great work from the Durham offensive line there. and it looks like a timeout is being called by Durham. But yeah, great job from the offensive line there, tracking back, blocking those defensive linemen who were the trailing players.
15 seconds, 1-8 seconds, second timeout, Durham.
Yeah, and in those plays that go back and forth across the field, you can sometimes give up a holding call. You can sometimes give up a illegal man downfield. On the defensive side, you can give up defensive pass interference or defensive holding, and none of that happened. That's great play all round.
Yeah,
Great
I mean the quarterback there committing the cardinal sin, going back across his body, throwing back across the field, but you know, it works out for him in this instance, and a great grab by number 4 to maintain concentration. Micah Barrow was there on the coverage and makes the tackle to stop the 6 points, but great job from the Durham Saints quarterback.
Oh yeah, and it can be hard as a defensive back when the play is going on and on and on, and you're still trying to cover these players downfield for longer and longer. Eventually someone's going to slip, and number 4 did a great job there of getting just beyond and then making a great grab.
So I think you might have heard Keith Wickham there say, I think he said 18 seconds left on the clock, and Durham still do have another timeout, so they could run the ball here as well. The opportunity to run the ball as well as pass it is not off the cards.
They're about 3 yards out from the end zone, so they might try on second down to go for a run.
Yeah, Leon Kozovic showing pressure. He's down. It's a
pick.
Bobble snap, and it's a pick. Micah Barra has got the ball.
He's got space.
He's coming up this dark line. Oh, there's a flag. It's coming back.
He's pitched it. He's pitched it.
It's coming back. It's coming back. There's laundry on the field. I mean, he's pitched it to Robbie Kendall. There's another flag down as well. It's coming back no matter what. Nice job by Micah Barra on the pick there.
That second flag almost feels like you can't jump through the air like that, Jackie. You can't pitch the ball.
I think it was
too good a play.
I think the first flag is going to be for a hold or a block in the back, and I think the second flag is going to be an illegal forward pass.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying I don't like it.
But yeah, I mean, we're going to hear from the referee here, but it'll go back to the original flag, and they'll probably go half distance for the goal from where it is, looking like it's around about the 20-yard line. So if it's outside the 20-yard line, it'll be 10 yards. If it's inside the 20, it'll be half distance.
After the interception, block in the back by the intercepting team, half the distance to the goal line. After that play, there was an unsportsmanlike act by number 53. We'll go another half distance.
Ooh.
That's his first unsportsmanlike. It's also a first down UWE.
So Jameer Stanley there getting called for the unsportsmanlike. I thought that was going to be a forward pass, but clearly the pitch was okay. We'll have a little look at the replay. See if we can see the block in the back. I mean,
yeah,
that's the wrong number 6, cameraman.
Disappointment. Yeah, as we see the going downfield. No, it's to the side.
Yeah, it's to the side. It is a legal pitch. I can't see.
No,
I can't see the penalties.
Looks like he's just chatting to the quarterback or something. Overheard by the referees.
But it'd be interesting to see if UWE try and take a shot here. They are deep in their own territory now, with a half distance and another half distance to the goal.
Yeah, you got a few quarterbacks for UWE that can absolutely launch it. So we'll see. There's probably about
it's less than 10 seconds left, surely. I mean, there was 18 seconds with the pick. I reckon there's probably like maybe less than 5 seconds left now.
I'm surprised there's time on the clock at all after that play.
Coach Dan Mayer there having a word with one of the officials, asking the question about something. I think he said 5 seconds. I think the referee just held up his hand and said 5. So Ethan Gretzinger is back in at quarterback now. And he drops back to pass. Going up this sideline, he's got Harry Buckland. Almost a pick. It's incomplete, and I think that's going to be the half.
Yeah, Ethan to Harry, they were on the same page all last week, just off there, but that does take us to the half. And UWE Bullets going into the half with a 48-0 lead.
Yeah, when we do come back for the second half, it will be a running clock, so it is going to get away from us real quick. I mean, usually you probably get 2, maybe 3 drives on offense, 4 if you get a turnover, but not much more opportunity for UWE to get practice in this second half of their offense and get those repetitions that are muchly needed.
Yeah, they've been like that for the last few years, just trying to get as many reps as they can, and it is difficult with this running clock, but as we've seen when it comes to the playoffs, when it comes to the final, should they get there, they need the reps. You need the discipline, you need the reps, and they'll be looking to get as many as they can as this clock comes down, as we see Coach Mayer on his return after his paternity leave, just riling up the troops. And that will be the half, Chris. Anything you want to say before we let everyone go make a cup of tea?
I mean, I think Durham, just on offense, for me, they just need to keep working on what worked for them. So, you know, the corner routes, the stops on the wheel route, you know, they found a little bit of a kink in the UWE defense here, and they just need to make sure that they keep on that game plan to capitalize on it in the second half to try and get some points on the board. And then I guess for UWE, it's finely tuned athletic machine. I mean, they just keep on going and going and going. There's some highlights here from the first half.
Yeah, it was great pressure leading to the interception here. Just unable to keep his balance. But yeah, I agree with you. I'm sure the UWE players will have a lot of individual things that they want to work on, things they want to improve. But as a team, they're doing fantastically well. Really good work in the trenches, really good work at the skill positions across all three phases of the game. But yeah, that will be halftime. And we'll be back in about 10 to 15 minutes, Greener.
Yeah, we'll see you then.
Text, bro.
Hello, welcome back to Hillside Gardens, where if you're just joining us for the first time, the UWE Bullets are currently winning 48-0 against the Durham Saints. I'm Chris Green, and as ever, I'm joined by Craig McLeod, my co-host. How you doing, Craig?
Yeah, not too bad, thank you. The halftime always goes so quick, but the second half is going to go pretty quickly too, as we will be in a running clock. As UWE are lining up to start the second half.
And we are also joined by Sport Tank legend Chris Tepper, who has decided to come into the booth quickly. Chris, how you doing?
I'm doing good. It's a bit colder than last week, but yeah, it's been an interesting game so far. What have you two made of it?
And UWE kicking the ball deep there as we just make some adjustments.
So Chris, let's get your analysis for the first half. What have you seen so far? What are you liking? What are you not liking?
Truthfully, I'm going to look more at the positives that Durham have here. Like the QB play, especially in that final drive, has been good. I've liked the kick return, but I think we can say, and I'm sure that it has been mentioned, but a pretty depleted looking squad, especially considering that their win over Nottingham last week. Personally, I think, Durham have got to look forward, especially to the playoffs where they have a full strength squad. Could be a threat.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you saw that last week beating Nottingham. They've got some players on this team, but missing a few guys this week. It's a bit of a shame. Like, I was expecting a different Durham Saints this week, but unfortunately those guys are not here.
Yeah, and we've seen a bit of that threat today as we see the quick pass from Durham for no gain.
And that's more like the Elijah Williams I know with that tackle. Earlier on when he missed that tackle up this sideline, that's the kind of hit that you expect from this guy. He's played at such a high level, Division 1 in the States, like for the Oregon Ducks. So, he's a baller, but that's more like it.
Yeah, back to fundamentals for some of these players. But yeah, going back to what Chris Tepper was saying, 2 Chris's in the booth. I think we're seeing some of that spark from some of the players, just obviously with a depleted squad, they're unable to do it across all phases, across all positions.
Yeah, and a bit of a fumbled snap.
No.
Kiwi managed to pick it up and he's going to throw it away. He almost gets a completion there as well, but almost a nightmare for Durham Saints there.
I think there's a space here for Durham to, with this loss, because I imagine that the scoreline is going to keep increasing despite the running clock, potentially could work out in the Saints' favour, lull play, especially in the playoffs, into a false sense of security. Maybe the Saints aren't, they aren't them, but again, you look at last week, you have to say that the Saints do have something.
Yeah, and I think obviously with the way the playoffs are set up this year, it is semi straight into the final. You only have one opportunity to get to that final, and they're more than likely looking, with the way the scoreline's going, to finish third, I would say.
Yeah.
So it all comes down to who wins between UWE and Nottingham in the end of the season, obviously assuming UWE are able to handle business against Loughborough. And
again, another low snap. This time I think his knee was down. He is hit big, but he is going to be down. And that is going to be about 4th down for Durham Saints.
It's such a shame. We've seen there's some great improvisation from the Durham QB, but again, I've come into this like Tom Hardy in Legend. I wanted a shootout, and I just haven't got one. But guys, I'm going to leave you to call the rest of this game, and I'm going to hop back to the UWE sideline.
Yeah, we appreciate having you.
Chris.
Thanks, Chris. Thanks for stopping by. And yeah, I mean, Durham now ready to punt this ball away, and we are in running clock territory. Managed to catch up with Donovan Isom at half-time, and he was impressed by the scrubbing I did of his balls for the game balls here today. I made sure I tacked them up nice, so yeah, they were all ready for play. And it seems like it's working. Both QBs, slinging the rock.
Yeah, and speaking to Donovan at the half as we see this punt go off. Good high ball there. Going to be returnable by the looks of it.
A D-Rob on the return.
Nice little sidestep, looking to find some space. Unable to get away from the second tackler. Going backwards there at the end.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see him cut this way to this sideline here. I think he had a lane if he cut right.
It's hard to, it can be hard to do sometimes. It can definitely be hard. But yeah, speaking to Donovan, obviously he's whipping the ball around the field. He only got back in the country earlier this week. He's had one practice with the boys, unkitted. So I think that answers some of our questions we had about, the just being off on some of these throws, being just a bit rusty with his teammates.
Yeah, I think he got back about 4 or 5 days ago. So yeah, he was at practice on Thursday. That was his first practice in a while, since before Christmas. So, it's great to have him back.
As we see a run here.
New running back in, that's Alex Eden, number 22 there.
Yeah, another good running back for UWE is Alex Eden. And one thing with him and Josh Brees is they're both very patient runners. They do have quick first step. They are very explosive, and because of that, they're able to take their time and let some of these blocks develop.
Yeah, Ethan Gretzinger getting the start here in the second half. I think they're just going to split time, I think, in this second half. You want to get Donovan in. He is the starter right now, but you want to get him in, still keep him fresh for the next games, and give Ethan an opportunity as well as he goes out to Noah Clack. And he's got his man. He makes a man miss. He makes another man miss.
That is a fantastic play. He's got one more to beat,
and he's beaten his last man, and he's in for his second score of the day. Noah Clack does it all after the catch. Just a little out route, but he made 3 guys miss, and he finds the end zone.
Yeah, this was a great throw to the outside, but Noah does the rest of the work from there. Makes his way to the end zone. Great little sidestep to beat the first man, and in doing so, beats the second one. as we see this ball again.
Great placement from Gretzinger there, just putting it on the out so he can just carry on his running. Cuts back inside, makes 2 guys miss, makes 3 guys miss, and then number 3's a little bit late. They've gone away from that heavy set, and Gretzinger is going to find his man, and it is down, incomplete. So the first 2-point play that is not successful for UWE, so that means it's going to remain 54-0. The 50 burger is up, and we're going to see another little look at this thing of beauty here from Noah Clack. Just watch what he does here. I'm not even going to say anything.
Yeah, number 48, just a bit high there in his pursuit, allows Noah to take that step inside both the players, and yeah, fantastic running, just nothing but daylight. And when you've got athletes like this, as soon as they see a bit of open space, they are taking it.
And you can see the clock running away. I mean, it's half of the third quarter gone already. This running clock really does cut into offensive play time.
Yeah, UWE will be trying to get as many plays as they can, so it comes down to this defense remaining disciplined and trying to force a turnover or 3 and out or something to allow this UWE offense to just try some more things, see what works, see what doesn't.
And Joshua Gill kicking this one away. He's gone over the head of number 4.
Yeah, he has touched it, so he's going to have to make a decision and bring this out.
And the tackle made. Elijah Williams there amongst others, making the play.
Yeah, and that will be within their own 10 yards, so a long way to go for Durham.
Yeah,
here.
Durham back right up, as you say, just inside their own 10-yard line here. So a lot of work for their offense to do. You know, and talking about the running clock as well, I was talking to offensive coordinator Frankie Pankhurst at half, and you know, we were talking about how many drives are you going to get in the second half. Usually you only get about 2. You probably will get 3, and the only way you get 4 is, like you say, with a turnover by the defense. So limited time for this offense in the second half, but the defense will hopefully have something to say about that. Try to get that turnover.
Yeah, and obviously you've got a Durham team that are still playing with a lot of heart, down some players, but still trying to make some things happen, go into the air again.
And there's that same route again, that will stop, but this time quarterback just a little bit off on his throw, but it was open again.
Yeah, that's a great stop on a dime from number 6. He just gets his whole body around, and that ball is in the air before he does so. And you'll just see here, number 28 loses him because of how quick that turnaround is. Unfortunately, the pass a little off the money there, but that route's there.
Yeah, that was Chite on the coverage there. He looked a little bit lost on the breakdown of that route. So,
and it's just how well they're attacking the play. As a defensive back, you're trying to keep up with your man, and then if they turn around and stop, if you don't have eyes on them, if you're not in their hip pocket, things like that will happen.
Yeah, Durham now going to the trips to the left, the bottom of your screen. This time he does hand off to number 1, who's not going to get much up the middle. Got Micah Barra in there on a tackle. Leon Klozovic is in there as well.
Yeah, these UWE players, this UWE defense still flying all over the field and bringing up 3rd and 10.
Again, we just see the clock just melting away. Just over 3 minutes left to this third quarter, and it's going to be gone in a flash. You know, UWE might not even get many snaps left in this third quarter here, especially if Durham convert this 3rd and 10.
Yeah, I mean, if they make the conversion here, or if they make the conversion on 4th down, that's the whole half. That's the whole quarter, sorry. So it really does fly by in running clock.
This time Leon Klozovic applies the pressure, but he does dump it off to his running back. And Tyrell Anthony there on the tackle. He's very close to a 1st down. I don't think he's quite got it. I think they did enough. It is a 1st down. Yeah, it is a 1st down. So the referee giving him the spot on this sideline. So great job by number 1 there.
Yeah, he does a great job of just driving his feet. He's met He's met high, body on body.
The ball does come out there at the end, but they deemed him to be down, so no fumble given. There he is again. This is a great finish of the run. Look at this, just drops a shoulder.
Yeah, look at the feet moving.
Rob Anthony just needs to go a little bit lower there, I think, and if he does, don't think he gets a first down. But yeah, the ball is on the ground.
Yeah, that's a great job from that UWE defense there, like keeping the man up long enough to cause a fumble. Unfortunately not given, but yeah, as we said, you get a first down, they get to the end of the quarter.
There we go, and that is the end of the third quarter. That has gone in an absolute flash. I mean, our clock says 1:33 left, but yeah, end of the third quarter. So maybe the referee's bleeding a little bit of time there.
Yeah, I think there's been some time taken on kickoffs. The opening after the kickoff, the first play for Durham, they were at the sideline, just in the huddle, like you say, taking their time after each play. It goes so quickly, I
mean, now and with Durham with a first down, the likelihood is UWE probably only going to get the ball back once, unless there's a turnover now. Yeah, I mean, well, I think they will get the ball back. They will get one more drive, even if Durham do drive this all the way down. I feel like they're going to get at least one drive here.
Yeah, I think UWE will start calling some timeouts if needs be.
Yeah, you know, and it's not to run up the score. I mean, a lot of people will say, "Oh, why are you running up the score? Why are you running up the score?" It's not. I mean, all these games, it's game reps, and there's nothing that you can replicate in training. That is going to take game reps, you know. So it's just having as many reps as possible on the field, because this running clock has happened quite a few times this year, and that's a great ball, number 6, but a big hit from Darius Robinson. The referee says complete, D-Rob says no, but the referee is the man that counts, and that's a great catch in traffic.
Yeah, great throw. He goes up to get this, he goes up to meet it, knowing he's going to take the hit. Oh, and he holds onto it, onto the side of his hip.
Yeah, I mean, D-Rob there, he just hits the ball with his helmet, but like you say, he traps it one hand onto his leg, into his hip, and he manages to come down with it. Great concentration from the receiver.
At 11:43, 11:43, first timeout, UWE.
And there we go, first timeout UWE. 11:43 left in the fourth quarter in the game.
So yeah, UWE, again, wanting to get those timeouts, wanting to get the plays in. Obviously, games like this, they can get out of hand. The Durham team came in with high expectations after how they played last week. Maybe a bit depleted compared to the squad they'd want to bring, but there needs to be reps here as we get closer and closer to the playoffs. Like we said, semi-finals, then finals. One mistake in those games can cost you. One play that has not been repped long enough can cost you. So UWE looking to make the most of the plays they've got remaining, and I'm sure Durham are too.
Yeah, 1st and 10 here for Durham. Quarterback back to pass. He's got a bomb, he's got a man, but he just overthrows him. Number 6, his go-to guy this game, just overthrows him. And they could have easily had 6 points there.
Yeah, he finds a seam down the middle. You see the two UWE defenders breaking in on it, but he just has a step on his man.
11:20, second timeout, UWE.
So UWE burning their second timeout there. Using their timeouts a little bit early, but I mean, I guess you either use them now or you use them a little bit later in the fourth quarter. You know, you're going to use the 3 anyway, aren't you? I guess they feel that if they stop them here, it's going to give them an extra drive.
Yeah, if you think with a running clock, every play takes, if you're taking every second as an offense, you're probably taking about 50 seconds off every single play. Yeah. You know, so in a way, they need to call them now.
Yeah, so 2nd and 10 for Durham in the huddle. Just coming out of this UWE timeout. And UWE need to stop them here. Get the opportunity to get the ball back for their offense. You've got trips to the left on the boundary. They do like running a lot of trips at the boundary side, I've noticed. Or maybe a false start by the right tackle there, but he got away with it. Quarterback scrambling left, and he's going to scramble out of bounds for a gain of about 4 or 5 yards. Going to bring up third and manageable for Durham. UWE not opting to take that third time out.
No, probably.
Oh, yeah, they have. A little bit late on that call. We're burning precious seconds off the clock.
32, 10-3-2, third and final timeout, UWE.
10:32 left on the clock in this game. And UWE looking to stop them here on third down.
Yeah, just trying to have a think about how long UWE are hoping to get on the clock. They're probably hoping, if things go as well as they can do, they're probably looking for about 8 minutes 30 on the clock for their final drive. Might even look to go hurry up, no huddle, just to try and simulate some game situations that they again might face next week against Loughborough, might face against Nottingham. It's first round of the semi-finals, wherever that may be. Just preparing for all eventualities here.
Yeah, I think with a win next week against Loughborough, I think that guarantees UWE a home field playoff, regardless whether they're first or second seed. So,
yeah, and I mean, if like we were saying earlier, with the way things are playing out, it's looking like Durham will be possibly with the 3 seed.
Yeah.
So if UWE are to get the second, that means it'll be Durham here again, and that sounds like a game they'd probably want.
Yeah, Durham with trips to the right. UWE with 5 defensive backs on the field.
Yeah, it doesn't look like they're going to be bringing any pressure. Looks like they are. Leon down the middle.
Ball's on the ground, yeah. And that's going to be a fumble. QB recovers it, but it's going to be 4th and long. And are Durham going to punt, or are they going to go for this? I mean, the offense is staying out there. It's 4th and 10. I don't blame them for going for it, you know.
16 just gets his eyes up, looking downfield just a bit too soon. Ball's hit his fingertips, which when it's cold like this is not a fun thing to happen. But able to get down on it, and the clock running unimpeded with the UWE out of timeouts.
Yeah, it looks like they're in an offensive formation. We did see that pooch kick earlier, but I can't imagine they're going to do that again. It looks like they are probably going to go for it here. In the gun. 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Oh,
Nope.
It is a pooch punt. Well, what do I know? That is a great punt as well.
Punt.
That is a great punt. Look at it bounce. Is it going to go in the end?
it's
No,
not.
what a punt that is.
Great job. Great job. Yeah, that's down to about the 3-yard, 2-yard line. UWE are going to have to go a long way in a very short amount of time if they want to put more points on the board.
Yeah, they'll be jogging on now, getting ready to go. 8 minutes and change. That's a great punt by the quarterback there.
Yeah, especially for a little pooch punt. Gets good distance. UWE have nobody back there, and just gets a very favourable bounce too, but stops short of going into the end zone. Good coverage from Durham there as well to down the ball where they have.
UWE trips to the left.
And it's a run to the outside.
Joshua Petrie, there's a flag. It's probably coming back for a hold, I think.
Yeah.
2 flags down.
2 fouls.
One's going to be...
Number 14 on the offense, 10 yards from the flag, sorry, half the distance from the flag, still first down.
Yeah, that's going to be on Jermaine Brown there, the receiver. Hold on him.
Let's fly defense!
Yeah,
Just
you can
on the
see he
outside,
just
yeah.
grabbed the jersey. I mean, it's right at the point of attack as well, so it's always going to be a flag that.
Yeah, that's going to be seen by the referees every single time.
Tim Lucas is playing in the inside of the trips now. He was playing outside earlier. Brett Zinger in the quarterback.
Yeah, and I believe Josh Petrie in the backfield as well.
Here's a pass over the middle, and that is Tim Lucas on the snag. Great grab from him, diving out in front, and UWE looking to hurry up this ball, trying to go quick.
Yeah, and we've seen both the UWE quarterbacks, just those little floats over the top, past the defense to Tim Lucas, who's very athletic, very tall, and just using that length to complete those outstretched arm passes.
There's a run play, it's Josh Brees.
Josh Petrie, I believe.
Josh Petrie. I saw the 5, yeah, Petrie. Yeah, Josh Petrie on the run.
Yeah, and he is a quarterback as well. Like, he looks like he's kind of looking downfield for a pass before changing his mind to the run. I think he was.
Yeah, I think the corner on that side did a great job of defending Jermaine Brown there, number 20.
Yeah.
He stayed with him and stayed disciplined,
I think
so
he
really
was
nice
looking
job.
for the pass.
Gretzinger is back to pass. He's going up the middle, looking for Harry Buckland, and it's incomplete. Harry Buckland looking for a flag. The referee saying uncatchable.
Yeah, because of what happened to him.
Yeah, there is a flag in the backfield though.
Holding, red, 52, 10 yards, remains second down.
So UWE just racking up the penalties in this last quarter.
Yeah, after we complimented them on the discipline and the lack of flags, they've just been flying since about halfway through the second. Yeah.
Yeah, it was the right tackle, I think, on the hold there. He just pulled him down in front of him.
Yeah, I don't blame Harry Buckland for being a bit mad there. Unfortunately, at best would have been negated because of the hold.
Yeah, that would have been a replay of the down though, and no loss of yardage. Josh Brees this time on the jet sweep, and he turns on the jets, and he's going up that right-hand sideline, and there he goes. He's going to go all the way for 6 points. Josh Brees into the end zone, and what a run that was.
Yeah, Josh Brees Lightning showing off his speed up that sideline, scoring yet another touchdown for this UWE offense, this time on the sweep, as it's a little pass, go down as another pass and touchdown, but does a great job to keep his balance on this sideline, not letting those pushes dictate the way his weight's going to go, brings it inside, realizes there's no one near him, jogs into the end zone, but in for another 6 points for this UWE offense.
Yeah, great speed from Brees. He was on the jet sweep, and as I said, he turned on the jets all the way up that sideline. Here we go, UWE going for 2. It is a run up the middle to Alex Eden, and he is in for 2 points. That's going to be 62 UWE, Durham 0.
Yeah, UWE will be happy with how these 2 points have been going. They've really been showing that their short yardage game is very competitive. Putting that heavy set out there, they're pretty much guaranteeing at least a couple yards. When it comes to tight games in the future, you know, against a more fleshed out Durham squad, Nottingham or Loughborough next week, if anything comes down to 3rd and short, 4th and short, 1st and goal on the 1, 4th and goal on the 1, they're showing that they can handle those situations easily.
Yeah, and I mean, it's nice to see UWE changing it up as well. You know, they've showed that heavy formation that they used earlier on, and then they've gone back to their traditional offense. So getting the 2 points either way, which is great because it just gives more strings to their bow.
Yeah, and teams are seeing that. You know, teams will be watching this, teams will be looking at the footage and trying to figure out what can we do to stop this. Well, you're going to have to do a lot. You're going to have a lot of strings to your own bow because you are coming out in all these different formations, all these different players, all these different ideas, and they're being successful with all of them so far.
Yeah, and that's it. I mean, it just creates more preparation for these other teams and their defense, because what are they going to give us on this 2-point play? Are they going to go to that heavy set? Are they going to be in their standard offense? You know, the fact that they can score on both of those is just invaluable.
Yeah, absolutely, and I'm sure with how some of these games have gone, they've still got a lot in the playbook that they've not been able to show, as we see a very high kick, bounces along the floor, number 4 does collect it, he's got some space to try and get to the outside, but shut down immediately.
Yeah, Leon Klozovic there on the tackle with Chite as well, converging on the Durham Saints return man. And by our calculation, there's about just under 4 minutes to go, so You know, the likelihood is if UWE don't get a turnover, they're probably not going to get the ball back.
No, it's very unlikely at this stage, but I'm sure Durham, you know, Durham are probably more likely to be going to plays that are more likely to cause a turnover. I'm sure they don't want to end with a 0 on the scoreboard, so might be looking to risk things a little bit with some deep passes, with maybe a trick play here or there. We shall see.
With Durham back in the gun. Spread formation. Quarterback back to pass. Drops deep in the pocket. He's going to scramble to his left. He's got a man down the field. And good coverage by UWE there. Number 21 on the coverage, Mo Fletcher. Just doing enough to disrupt the ball.
Yeah, Mo Fletcher did a really good job there. He was in the receiver's pocket for all of that, giving him just a little bit of space, which made it look open for Durham, but closed it down immediately, which is a very fun play as a defensive back when you know you've got the speed to be able to almost goad the quarterback into throwing your way.
That's going to be the 2-minute warning.
My time, this is the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning.
I mean, it just goes so quick, doesn't it, Craig?
Yeah, it does go extremely quick once we get to running clock.
It'll be 2nd and 10 for Durham. And it is a run play to number 1. He is going to be stopped dead there. Dior Ikbar on the tackle.
Dior dropping that helmet, looking to try and kiss the ball essentially. Hit the ball out of here. This is a great tackle. He sheds the block. He sees the man. He dives immediately, trying to rip that ball out. Even on the floor, you see his hands coming up, trying to get that ball out. That was a fantastic play from Dior.
You say sheds the block. I'd say he sheds the hole there. The tackle had his arms around him a little bit. But no flag. 3rd down. Durham just bleeding this clock out. They don't want to give UWE the ball back.
No, and as long as they hold on to the ball here, they won't.
Good pass play.
Oh, that is a... Oh, that...
And that's a pick! And Darius St. Robinson with the interception. UWE running on the field to try and get some more plays in.
They are, look at that goal. As we see this again, number 9 here gets Dior gets dragged
tackled
down. That is...
He gets tackled. Yeah, I think that's one of those ones where, yeah, the game's done. That's going to be the end of the game. They're not going to get a play.
So hard. They tried so hard.
Come on, refs, you could have given us one more play. But that's going to be it.
The end of the game.
Thanks, Keith.
And that's going to be the final score here. UWE Bullets 62, Durham Saints 0. And great performance from the UWE Bullets. A little bit ill-disciplined in that last quarter in terms of penalties, but you know, great display from them as usual. Offense firing on all cylinders, defense getting turnovers, scoring as well. Special teams doing their thing.
Yeah, they played extremely well today, and even at the end there, where you know, it might not be for the usual reasons, but they treated every play there at the end like they needed a turnover, and played phenomenally well for the whole 48 minutes today.
Yeah, they did, and you know, great job by this team and all their staff as well. You know, they're not missing a beat really. Ever since that loss to Nottingham, it's been up and up and up and up and up, and it's been building to that point as well at the end of the season for that last game. You know, we've got Loughborough next week, Nottingham the week after, so yeah, it's going to be an exciting couple of weeks coming up for this National Premier League.
Yeah, and for UWE, you know, that loss obviously nobody ever wants to lose, but it is given them a fire and a spark that they might not have had otherwise. You know, when it came to that game, they probably only had about 4 practices together, and I think that was, you were able to see that. And even today, you know, Donovan Isom, he's been away over the Christmas break, only been able to get back to 1 practice before, but if you look at the way he performed today versus that first game, that, you know, that lack of practice was made up for by how well the team have been playing together all year, and that's just going to continue to grow as we go into these bigger and bigger games, really.
Yeah, I mean, he was solid all day. I mean, both quarterbacks were, you know, Ethan Gretzinger and Donovan Isom, both showing that they, you know, they can be starters in this offense. And it's a nice headache to have 2 very good quarterbacks that can come in and do a job and do a great job for this team.
Yeah, and being able to get them both reps as well is really important. It gives the team something else to think about. You know, if one player gets tired or one player gets injured, which we obviously don't want to see, you've got another headache as a defensive coordinator, as a team. So the quarterbacks have played well. All skill positions for UWE played phenomenally well today, and I just want to give a shout out to both sides of the trenches for UWE. This offensive line played incredibly well today, and the defensive line just gave number 16, the quarterback for Durham, headaches all day. He was on the run constantly.
Yeah, constant pressure. I mean, they've got 4 interior D linemen that they rotate, and all 4 of them do such a great job at getting some pressure up the interior gaps and doing a great job getting pressure on that quarterback, you know, forcing him to throw so that these defensive backs are getting those turnovers. So, you know, it's a full defensive effort, it's a full defensive performance, and everyone doing their job for them to be successful.
Yeah, and you see it, smiles all round for the boys in red today. They enjoy playing with each other, they enjoy playing for each other, they love this coaching staff, they love representing this UWE squad and understand what it means. You know, this is a team that in recent years has really developed into something special, something that you want to play for, and it shows with every single play throughout all 3 phases of the game.
Yeah, it's a great program that's been built here, and I mean, an almost unstoppable force at UWE, doing such a great job year in, year out. You know, good stuff from Nottingham this year to be able to upset, you know, beat that undefeated record that UWE had in such fashion that they did.
Yeah.
And it just, as I say, I keep saying it, but it just all builds up to this game that's going to be coming up in a couple of weeks' time. That's going to be, you know, it's going to be one to watch for. And we are now joined by Mr. Micah Berra, linebacker for the UWE Bullets. You had an interception today. How are you feeling about the win?
Yeah, good win, good team win. Everybody played well. We prepared a lot for the game. We didn't take these guys for granted, and it paid off. Offense looked great, defense looked great, and yeah, that's what we were expecting to do. We done it.
Anything that you feel like you guys need to build on, or anything that didn't go so great for you today?
I guess, like every team, you know, perfection is something that you strive for. So every week we are building up and doing better, and obviously we're gonna pick up our little mistakes today, little bit of penalties, problem with like discipline and stuff. So we're gonna try to work on that and try to build and be perfect by the end. That's the goal.
There we are, and obviously playoffs, national championship is the end goal for 100%, all of this.
100%.
How do you personally, or how do you as a team make sure that you're facing the opponent in front of you rather than thinking too far into the future?
I mean, I guess that's just how life goes, right? You obviously have a long-term plan, but you have to take it day by day. I think that this team is great. Everybody have great experience. Everybody played football, know football, have been in football for a long time. So we all worked from the off season, from our past season, just to win and be successful in whatever like aspect. And at the same time, we focus week by week. You know what I mean? You kind of have to have double thinking kind of mentality. Think of the next one, but think of the big one too.
Yeah, you can definitely see that with how you guys played today. Like you say, phenomenal across all 3 aspects of the game. And yeah, it's been a pleasure to watch you guys perform today, and I'm sure you'll be doing that again next week against Loughborough.
That's it. That's what we gotta do. That's why we out.
Yeah, congrats on the win, Mike.
Oh, thank you very much, guys. Thank you for everybody watch.
All the best.
Thank you. Yeah,
thank
great
you.
one.
Cheers. Thank you.
Linebacker Micah Berra there.
Yeah, a lot of energy from the guys. You like it, and a great message there. Take every game as it comes. Have your short-term goals, have your long-term goals, and work hard and strive for both of them.
That's it, and it is always difficult, like Mike was saying there, not to look too far ahead, because you've always got that thing in the back of your mind, well, we beat Loughborough already, you know, we're looking towards Nottingham, we're looking to the playoffs already, but you've got to take every opponent as they come, one by one. You've got to prep for that opponent as if they were the next team that is the next best thing, really.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, the team may have lost their undefeated streak here at home, their undefeated streak in general, but the good thing about a streak ending is you can start a new one. And this team have started it strong, they have started it full of fire, full of vigor, and they are just ready to continue this train.
Yeah, they are, and I mean, great performance today, as again from UWE. They just keep on rolling. They just keep the bus rolling. They keep on rolling. They keep winning. They keep getting these dubs and doing everything they can. And it's great to see. It's great to be a part of this organisation.
Yeah, absolutely. Just phenomenal players all around. Great team. They've all got their post-match treat cookies again this week, and enjoying that as we enjoyed this. And it's been a great day out. We appreciate everybody that's been here to watch.
It's been great to be back as well, you know, my first one this year, so yeah, great to be back here with you, Craig. As always in the booth, you know, we have a good time down here, and yeah, I really enjoy doing the comms with you, and it's great to see these boys play week in, week out. So yeah, you know, thanks everyone at home for tuning in. You know, big thank you to our sponsors, TeamBuildr, PlayOverseas, EP Sports, and thanks always, as ever, to CheersMate Productions. You know, these guys put on a fantastic performance and show every week for you. Thanks to the Bathra crew, thanks to everyone who come and watched on the day, and thank you to you, Craig.
Yeah, thank you too, Greener. It's been a lot of fun having you here, and yeah, thanks to everybody that's watching. Obviously, anybody that's looking to play.
Oh, we got cookies.
Gonna be, and we will say thank you to Coach Frankie for the cookie. But yeah, I think with that, we will be signing off so we can eat these delicious treats.
Absolutely. Thanks very much for tuning in, guys. We will see you next week against Loughborough.
Thank you.
Right, mate, you got respect. Back here.